absolute Superman goes all out. Issue 10 finally drops, so let's get right into it. We get a flashback of Krypton deep below the Redlands. Jor-El is breaking through the cave-in to free trapped survivors. All right, let's get you guys out of here. But one of the dudes tell him, we won't make it. We won't make it because of them. And at that moment, we see this big-ass creature snap up one of the dudes. Those things are called Magmos. Jor-El is confused because they're never in this area, and they never attack people. He thinks that something must have disrupted the food chain, causing them to act out, being scared and hungry. The two other survivors tell Jor-El if they want to make it out of here alive, they gotta kill the Magmos, because these creatures are trying to take them off the map. Jor-El doesn't want to kill, but he realizes they have no other choice. So he says, pass me the lava Glock. Then he started spraying that shit. Back in present day at a Lazarus facility in Greenland, they're activating their defense, getting ready for an attack. They send out all these fighter jets, but in an instant, they get covered in red dust, and every single one is obliterated. On the comms, they're like, Superman is here! Launch anti-aircraft barrage! And on the ground, they start shooting railguns into the sky. Inside the facility, we see that Jimmy is still in cuffs next to Lois Lane. He tells her they gotta help Superman, he's out there. She tells him, shut your ass up, you finna get us both killed. We then see Ra's al Ghul staring out the window, and he's excited because he's finally gonna meet his son, Kal-El. He calls over Brainiac, and Brainiac tells him, you chose the perfect location. He then explains Superman's physical changes that he experienced moving from a giant red sun to a dwarf yellow sun, figuring out the yellow sun is his power source. And here, that's great because the sun won't rise for another 37 days. The longer he fights, the weaker he'll be. Ra's al Ghul's like, I don't want him weaker. I want him stronger than ever. With respect, sir, you want him broken, did you not? Broken? Such things are for weaker beings, like yo-ho ass. Yes, of course. Damn, Brainiac's a cuck in this universe. I want to make this Superman whole. They bring out Christopher Smith, aka Peacemaker, aka Metallo. You ready for another shot at Superman? Yes, sir, Mr. Al Ghul, sir. But if I may speak freely, do I have permission to win this time? In Smallville, I could have killed his ass, but I was prevented from doing so. Yes, because you were given the crypto meteorite bullets to... Ra's al Ghul interrupts Brainiac and says, you take your orders directly from me, Smith. No one else. And the orders of Ra's al Ghul are to make God proud. Outside, we see they're still shooting beams at Superman. Boom! And in a snap of a finger, they're gone. Ah! Ra's al Ghul's like, please tell me he's killing them. I'm afraid their vitals are still quite active. Then we must further encourage the boy. Begin phase 2. And at that moment, there's a boom. The Omega Men pulled up, and they have one goal. Find Agent Alpha, Jimmy Olsen, and kill anyone that gets in your way. We see Lois outside with Jimmy, and he's like, that's a boom tube, you heard that? Primus is here, she can help us. Lois pistol whips him and puts the Glock to his head. I'm not finna tell you again. Next time you talk, I'm finna put this bullet through your teeth down your throat. Peacemaker Smith's like, yeah, I'm glad you finally joining the team. Now watch what I do to your Kansas pretty boy. And he flies up to Superman with his kryptonite Glock. When he flies into the clouds, we hear a loud kaboom, and someone comes flying out, and they crash into the ground. It's revealed to be Metallo. And damn, bro is fucked up. Superman flies over him with so much aura. In the clouds, he beat the living shit out of Peacemaker Smith for 4 seconds. And while he hovers over him, he thinks about all the ways he could kill him. Heat vision through the brain, shattering his vertebrae with his cold breath, putting a fist through his chest. He really wants to do that shit, but all he can think about is his father's words. We flash back to Jor-El explaining to Kal that he had to kill the Magmos. You did the right thing, Dad. You saved the miners. The right thing? No. That's what we like to tell ourselves because it makes our tough decisions easier to live with. Out here in the Redlands, there's always tough decisions, Hal. But we must never lose sight of what constitutes cruelty and inhumanity, especially when we're the ones being cruel. But sometimes we still have to do it, right? If there's no other way, if it saves people's lives, that's what it's been like in my time and my father's before him. His father too. Sometimes we have to be the cruel ones. if that's what it takes to keep all of this from going away. Back on the battlefield, Primus like, what the hell are you waiting for? Kill his ass! My father was the wisest, most caring man I've ever known. I cherish every lesson he ever taught me, and every day he's gone, I've wished we had more time. But my father is dead, just like my mother, along with the only world they ever knew. In the end, all they could save of it was me. And I'm not the miner with the lava gun. I'm the last beast in the mine. Primus is like, fine, I'll do it myself, and ups the sword to Christopher Smith. But Superman melts that shit instead. You gonna save him after everything he did to you? You not no Superman, you're a coward. Ra's al Ghul walks up with his gang. How dare you speak that way, woman, to the son of a demon? Lois is like, son, not by blood, of course. The blood is what comes now, boy. Smith is on the floor like, no, he can't be the son. I was chosen. I gave you my all. Yes, I'm sure you did. The only problem, Smith, is that you are a lamb dressed in wolf's clothing. A wolf would not be lying here quivering and broken. Please, I never got to fire my bullet. Ra's al Ghul takes his Glock, I know, and shoots that shit. Superman tries to block the bullet to save Smith, but it goes through his hand, through Smith's head, killing him. Look at me, my son. I know what you're feeling. You're angry at the state of the world, a world that has treated you poorly. This anger of yours, I want you to know, it is righteous. It is my gift to you. Look at me when I'm talking to you, boy. We will use that anger, you and I, to save this planet from itself, to remake the world. Isn't that what you want, my son? Superman's like, I'm not your son. Perhaps not yet, but you will be. And at that moment, Superman gets stabbed in the back with a kryptonite blade, and the culprit is revealed to be Omega Primus. No, Superman! Primus kicks the shit out of Lois. You're right, boy. You are not yet worthy of being called a child of Al Ghul. We see Superman tweaking out, but we will teach you. Primus and Ra's al Ghul wipe out all the Omega Men. Your sister and I. Won't we, Talia? Omega Primus was Talia al Ghul the whole time. Oh, indeed, we will, Father. All hail the Omega. Ain't that some shit? The opposition to Lazarus was working with them the whole time. Let me know your thoughts on this banger issue in the comments. And on that note, I'm gonna see y'all boys and girls next time.